in my formative years as a graduate student, I was, everything was sort of supposed to give me the impression that Western historians could not care less about Ottoman history, and that it was a fool's game to try to present what we were doing in a way that they would find accessible and meaningful, because no matter what you did, you would always fail. And I think that was completely wrong. Partly for reasons that have to do with my specific field, but partly just because of the way that history as a discipline is changing, the way that student interest is changing the discipline. I mean, I think there's a deep crisis in the fields that have traditionally considered the most central to history as a discipline, whereas fields that were traditionally completely marginalized are now exactly the fields that have the most exciting new research and also are driving the most student interest. So the first step is to be confident that people are actually very interested in what you have to say, and to realize that they're intimidated by somebody who has expertise in a non-Western field, which wasn't always the case. It used to be the case that, you know, you were supposed to be intimidated by not being a part of the narrative of Western civilization, but that really has changed. And so once you start from the standpoint of being confident and realizing that you're negotiating from a position of strength, then it's really just a question of taking the time to give enough background and to explain why, you know, what you're talking about is important, what are the stakes involved within your own discipline and your own subfield, and then also in terms of sort of larger world historical questions.